Greetings, fellow Dragonstaffers. Thank you for joining me for another Dragonstaff tutorial. Today we'll be learning the leg chi roll. This is one of my favorite groundwork tricks. I do consider it more of an intermediate trick, and as a prerequisite, I recommend learning the assisted leg chi first. If you don't already know that, I will drop a link to that down below. So I do recommend for most groundwork tricks having some kind of padding on the floor, whether that's carpet or a yoga mat. Something is better than nothing. Also for this one, because it can be a lot on the abdominals, if you have like a bed or something that you can rest your back up against, that can be helpful too. Otherwise, you will feel the abdominal workout by the end of this one. Before getting any further, I have to say a huge thank you to all of you who are watching on Patreon. I cannot thank you enough for the support, and with that being said, we will move right along to this tutorial. So, like many Dragonstaff tutorials, this trick comes down to, at least in my opinion, more learning a yoga pose than it does the trick. At least maybe half and half. Half tech, half yoga pose. Because without improving this yoga pose, it is going to take a lot of abdominal exercise to be able to hold yourself up in this position. So first, I'm going to give a little walkthrough for the yoga pose I'm talking about, which is Ardha Navasana or Paripurna Navasana, one of the two. Either way, it's boat pose. You can look up tutorials for boat pose on YouTube. Essentially, you start in this position here. This is called Dandasana, staff pose. And then you'll walk your hands back, step your heels in, and then at some point we'll take the pose in phases, so just the legs. You straighten the legs, lifting the feet up. It's almost like you're, I don't want to get into angles and be off here, but you can see already just from this is quite an abdominal exercise, so you can just work on this for a while, or to move more towards the classical variation of the pose, you would extend your arms towards your feet, like so. And you can really see the shape during the trick. And even sometimes when I'm doing this trick, my abdominals give out. I end up laying down flat for it, so that is another option, especially when you're just learning the motion of this trick. Now, moving along to the actual trick, moving away from the brief yoga pose teaching. So first we'll learn the motion of this trick one leg at a time, because it can be a very different movement than many of us have practiced before. So it might look like I'm doing the opposite just because the camera here, but I swear I'm doing the same leg as you. We're going to start with just the right leg, letting the staff roll down the right leg, and just using your left hand to assist it here, keeping it rolling. And then once the right side of the staff reaches the top of the foot, you'll kind of kick the staff up, back towards the knee. And you'll want to just get comfortable with that. Again, using the left hand to assist you here. Oops. Letting that side of the staff roll down to the top of the foot. Once it's almost to the toes, I have my, I think this is called flexion here, my foot in flexion. And then once it reaches the top of the foot, I kick it upwards and extension to bring that side of the staff back up towards the knee. Now once you get comfortable with that, of course, you're going to want to move on to the left leg using your right hand to assist. Same thing, letting that side of the staff roll towards the top of the foot. Once it reaches the top of the toes, kicking that side of the staff gently so that that side of the staff ends up near the top of the knee. And I have that side of the staff probably 8 to 10 inches away from the center. Using the right hand to assist. And then once you've got it comfortable on the second leg, we can work to combine the two. So we'll start by rolling the staff down both legs. Hold the legs up almost parallel to the ground, a little bit lower, just to keep the roll very slow, very controlled. And then once it reaches the top of the feet, you want to press one foot ahead of the other to kind of tilt it. I'm doing my right foot ahead. And then using that same technique, kicking that side of the staff up to near the top of the knee or front of the shin, I guess you would call it. And then very quickly after that, as the right side rolls down the leg, I kick the left side up near the top of the shin so that they stay on this alternating pattern here. When one end of the staff is near the top of the foot, about to kick up, the other end is rolling down near the top of the shin. And at first, just take it slow. Like I said, keep the legs near parallel to the floor. Keep it slow. Leaning back helps a lot. If this is already burning out your core, you can lay down flat and work on this. Even with the head resting can be nice. It's really about gaining an understanding of the momentum, so that you know how hard to kick it up, so that it lands in the proper place to continue the chi roll. And then once you get more comfortable with that, once you build up the, what do you want to call it, not just core strength, but the stability to be able to do that continuously without the wicks hitting the floor, because that can be a problem. Then you can start to do some fun things with the arms or hands, whatever you like. And before I wrap this up, I will give you all each angle of the trick in regular time and in slow-mo, starting with the front view. And that is going to do it for the leg chi roll. I hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. I will do my best to elaborate on anything that I may have breezed over. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.